What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. This is another update on Litecoin. Before I get into it, if you like this content, if you like Litecoin, then smash the likes and subscribe to the channel if you want this kind of TA. Just honest TA, no FUD, no bias to direction. And join the free Discord. Link will be in the channel description and in the video description. We're building a community there. And we post interesting stuff, trade setups, what's going on in the overall market, analyze what's happening. We don't just look at crypto, we look at traditionals also, and the dollar index, and what's going on with the Fed in the US, like the FOMC meetings, the CPI data, unemployment change, all of those things, and how do they affect market. And we'll be having an FOMC. Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking today. So that will be interesting to see how markets react, and we take precautions, and because we'll be playing on news. Now I'll get into Litecoin. Litecoin has had some pretty messy price action. I mean, I would rather just look at this wave count to the upside alone, assuming it's an impulse up. And if we say we started here, we had a 1 and we came up in a 2 all the way here. Actually, we had a 1 up, slightly down to a 2, came up with another 1. It looks more like a 3 wave, like an A, B, C, and possibly another correction down, and we're moving up. But when I look at the bigger picture, if I go to the daily and try to figure out, maybe it's easier to look at it in a daily as a messy wave 1 going up, then a wave 2 coming down, and a wave 3 up. So now, in this wave 3 up, I would say we had a wave 1 up, and then we kind of had a long correction that essentially took out this. So it's hard to say what we had. So I'll just analyze this smaller wave count and say we had a 1, 2, and then we had a possibly 3, 4, 5, but 3 will be very short over here. So maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. Some kind of 4 and a 5th wave here, came down in a correction, and now we're resuming in this other wave. So if I take a trend-based fib extension and make some assumptions here and say that we started off here I would say this is a macro third wave. We had in the third wave we have a 1 to the upside, just if we're having a bullish sentiment. And down here, then essentially my third wave could go up to the 1-to-1 extension at 98, or even the 1.618 at 122. That's a good target. And looking at a retracement, if we look at our retracement from one of the peaks over here, where we sold off hard, to the bottom over here, we can see the 0.618 comes at around, our 0.618 comes around 98 to 101. So keep that in mind. We had a target of, from the fib extension, we had something like 90, 95. 1-to-1 is at 98, and over here our golden pocket comes between 98 and 101. So we have confluence there, the 0.618 fib retracement and the 1-to-1 extension of this move up are at 98. Now I want to show you something else. Litecoin has had a breakout from this range. It was stuck for a long time, and this range takes it up to the width of this range could take Litecoin essentially has fulfilled that move. I believe it was at 86.37. To the upside. I didn't show this chart yesterday because yesterday I was looking at the futures chart, and this is a spot chart, but I've had this range for a long time. The measured move for this goes to 86.48. Now let's go to the futures chart where I have some levels marked out. You can see on the futures chart the 85 range will be horizontal resistance, and we have The 95 is another horizontal resistance. It's just a level where we sold off from, which is resistance, and we have liquidity there. Now those are two targets, 95 and 85. And remember what we had, the 0.618, and the for fib retracement comes around that range at 98, and the 1-to-1 extension comes around the same level. And essentially, if we go with my EMAs over here, the 233 and the 200 MA on the weekly chart. Now we look at this. We have the 200 simple moving average. I have to go back to the spot chart for it to show maybe. The 200 simple moving average. Let me just, maybe it needs time to load up. The 200 simple moving average and the 233 EMA and the 200 simple moving average will be a level of resistance and in confluence with what I was telling you, the levels I was talking about. Just give it a second. I'm having trouble with this. It was loading earlier and now it's refusing to load. Okay, there you go. The thick white one is a 200 simple moving average that comes at around 100.91. The purple one the pink one comes at around 95. And the thin white one is a 200 EMA that comes at around 96. So it will be interesting for Litecoin to come here. We have fib extensions and fib retracements and these moving averages along with horizontal support and resistance around 95. This zone will be a zone you need to keep in mind between $95 and $100 range for Litecoin if and when we get there. Those are targets for the upside. As I said earlier, if Litecoin, in my videos previously, if Litecoin can't break above 85 and hold above 85, there is a high probability we'll be coming down to 65 to the $65 at least. All right, that's all I have for Litecoin. Hope you liked it. More trades, I'm out. Join the Discord.